Hi, you all. God bless you. Yeah, here we are, still waiting. Isn't it like waiting for a baby? I feel like I'm super tired, but I'm so excited. And but I'm telling you, the other day, I was exhausted, and you know, I was looking at my computer at the battery, and it was three, and I thought, Jesus. And then you know what? It was like I had a vision, and he was reaching out his hand. He said, keep holding on to my hand. So I wanted to tell you, please, 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 keep holding on, keep holding on. And when you feel a little low, just think about his hand. You know, that's it. Because it's for me, it reminds me just like before a baby is born, and in the Bible it says it's like birth pains, right? So they increase and getting faster and faster. So just pace yourself. um, you know um, Try to stay relaxed, don't watch anything scary online. I know they're coming out with a lots of scary news, and yeah, I think we're so close. So I just wanted to give you a word of encouragement, and yeah, just keep holding on to Jesus' hand. And yeah, um, it must be soon. We're in the season, and the last video I made, I know it got a lot of views and a lot of likes, not a lot of likes and not a lot of dislikes. So because the date was actually an approximate date. The lady dreamt. She asked for the Lord for an approximate date, right? And she had the vision of a dunamis channel without even knowing him, right? And it was December 7th. But it was she asked for an approximate date, so we must be so close. And the Bible says nobody knows the day and the hour, so we can't know, even if we do the best calculations. I think we just can't calculate this special moment, right? And yeah, so we can't calculate, and we just have to be patient. I know it's really hard. I was just had this idea the other day, um, let's just look at the harvest season, what it says, instead of looking at calendars, look at the harvest season, because the fruit ripens all the time regardless, right? So the grain always ripened obviously in the spring. So it was put in the ground in the fall, was in the ground over all winter, and then resurrected, just like Jesus basically resurrected, and in the spring. And so that's the importance of the bread too. In the Last Supper, he gave us the bread, right? And said, "This is my body." So his body then resurrected, and we had. He said, "This bread. This is my body, and take this wine as my blood," right? Although the apostles, the disciples, they didn't even know what this meant, because it hadn't happened yet. But that's what he said. And I read that the Feast of Tabernacles is also such a special celebration, because also it was actually celebrated the spring, so the bread, the harvest of the grain festival, and the wine. So because it was rejoicing, the two, because of the wine. So they're coming together, And it's interesting too that in the September, I was looking when were the grapes picked. So it is actually in I think July, August, September. So September is the last grape picking, and those are, I think, aren't they the sweetest? Always the last, So they make the best wine. And then I looked, how long does it take for for the um, for the wine to ripen, to turn the grape juice basically into wine, and it takes 3 months. So September, October, November, December. So now we're in December. Now the wine should be ready. Okay, the wine should be ready. This baby should be ready. So that came to my attention. So yeah, and then the Feast of Tabernacles is the coming together of the bread and wine. And it's so interesting because this site I was looking at, I actually link it below in the description. It actually said, um, sorry, now I have to go just get the name quickly again. It's the Grace Communion International, it was called. And it reminds me of the communion, you know, the get together of the grapes and the wine, right? So it was the rejoicing, the tabernacles, the Feast of Tabernacles, Sukkot, right? And it was the coming together, basically, right? And now we're waiting, basically, for the coming together of us with Jesus. Isn't that like so amazing? So we're waiting that, right? So yeah, this is like the coming together, you know, and yeah, and the I think that's even Jesus said in when he did the Last Supper, he said, "I won't drink from the basically wine anymore until the heavenly kingdom, I think, is basically established." So he hasn't drank a wine, and he's basically waiting for us. Okay, so isn't that like such so amazing? Okay, so he's basically waiting, and yeah, we just have to be patient and keep holding on to his hand, and let's just like keep praying, and don't lose the hope. Just keep holding on the hand, holding on his hand. All right, I'm giving you a big hug, and hope to see you soon. Hope to see you soon in the club. Okay. Bye bye. God bless you all.